JT Coin Rings. Woo! Yeah, my precious metal in the bezel. Woo! Don't just wham, I collect. Woo! Pay up for the spot of ladder. Turn my coin to a ring, now that's special. Yeah, I'm all about my coin. Yeah, I'm all about my coin.
Hey guys, this is JT from JT Coin Rings. Today I'm meeting a fellow YouTuber, and I got some gifts for him. Number one, this is a coin or round that you'll never get anywhere else unless you bought one when me and Eli did Silver Talk. The person that I'm meeting today was a guest on Silver Talk, so I wanted to gift him this, a one-of-a-kind JT and Eli round, 0.999 fine silver, created by the one and only Gold Spartan. Also, I want to gift them a Silver Talk t-shirt and Silver Talk sticker. Man, we don't even make these no more. You know, Silver Talk hasn't been on for about a year, so I definitely wanted to gift them that. Then we're doing a trade. You know, this coin is hot right now, hasn't been open, so we're gonna do a trade. You know, we've been talking on the line about that, so you'll see what he's trading me for this awesome coin here. I'm telling you, it's just hard to let go, but I have another one at home, so. All right, guys, so I'll see you in a few. Hey guys, what's going on? This is JT from JT Coin Rings, where I talk coin rings and all things precious metals. Today I am talking to Daryl Dominic from the Money Levels Show. We just did a quick run through. I made sure that he was on point prior to me pushing the play button. But we're gonna make this thing happen once again. Daryl, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate the Silver Talk round. I think Eli, I don't know, he looked like a caveman or something on there. And then we got JT, you got a little more definition in there.
Best in real life.
I feel like they didn't do as much with Eli's side versus JT got teeth and everything. Eli don't got teeth, but
they focused on the star of the show of Silver Talk.
Yeah. So that was nice. You know, got the Silver Talk T-shirt. I mean, I'm more of a gold bug, but you know, I love silver too. You know what I'm saying? Silver's one of the most undervalued assets on planet Earth. So I stack silver as well. So yeah, you know, appreciate being on today.
Most definitely, man. He's the unofficial member of Silver Talk. If you remember the episode, guys, that Daryl came in and took my position because I was always late and making mistakes every show. So we did an episode that Daryl came in and took my place, and I was kind of shocked. So we made him the unofficial member. So this is right here is his shirt that he did not get, and his official coin. On the next Silver Talk, when we come back around, we'll make sure he's on the coin as well.
Yep. Appreciate that.
So for those who don't know you, Daryl, tell about the Money Level Show and about yourself.
Yeah, so Money Level Show, it's a YouTube channel I also have it on Spotify and such. And it's a channel that focuses a lot on macroeconomics. I do get in some of the micro where we look at some of the charts of specific investments and what investments I'm looking at investing in. But we talk a lot of macro, global macro, domestic macroeconomics, which macro is the big picture of how the bird's eye view of how these pieces connect to one another and what are the results of these pieces connecting with one another. So whether that's government policy, fiscal policy, monetary policy, things of that nature, and how it affects our money, how it affects our lives, how does it affect the markets, our investments, our retirement portfolios, all those types of things. So I try to look at a lot of things micro, but I do get into a little bit of the micro as well.
And one thing I've known, coming into the stacking community, I only focus on silver and gold. I think that majority of the members in the community believe that that was the saving grace. And not until I started talking to Daryl a little bit more, I learned about commodities. I learned more about uranium. I think he was I learned about uranium before anyone in that community starts speaking on it, unless we had some members who talked about commodities and international approach, like Yankee Stackins talk about that, but I never heard anything about how much depth and how much we needed it for clean energy, for batteries, electric cars. So talk about how you get your information and how you stay up to date with what's happening in the markets.
Yeah, so I do a lot of reading, so I feel like I learned a lot from interviews. So I watched people like Rick Rule, Lynn Alden, Justin Hume, and I would learn a lot from them, but I really learn a lot more when I go and read their material. So I'll read that, I'll go and look at different sources as far as like what's happening in the uranium market. Sometimes I find news articles and such, and so I can just see like some of these trends and what's happening. So that's kind of a lot of like how I do my research. Obviously, reading books has helped me when I look at like things like gold. Reading the book The Power of Gold is very important. It gives a lot of historical context, a lot of just how thousands of years how this commodity has interacted, as how it became money, how it went from being a symbol of adornment and power to how it became money to the average citizen. Because it used to just be something. Obviously, a long time ago, gold was mentioned in the Bible with the golden calf,
right,
and stuff, and so it was very plentiful then, and so people could just just adored it. That's what they did. It wasn't used as money then. Then it got to the point where kings, you had a lot of the Egyptian pharaohs and kings and queens, how they began to use it as a symbol of power. So it was like a symbolism of like you wore a lot of gold if you had a lot of power, right? And then at some point in history, it became money. And it began innovating into money to where it got into the average citizen's hands. So, reading stuff like that on a historical basis helps me, invest in commodities like gold or silver as well. And just knowing what you're investing in is a huge point in that. So.
And once again, guys, I'm talking to Daryl Dominic from the Money Level Show. If you want more talks like this, you gotta go check this man out. He had some of the best guests to talk about investing, commodities, international market. You're not gonna find it nowhere else on YouTube, especially in the community. So, Daryl, how did you first get your first big guest? I like the Rick Rules. So tell me, how did you get someone big as Rick Rule on your platform, and how did you develop a relationship with him?